later we're going to have the 9.0. So several years ago we started thinking about what are we going to do during the big one when we're cut off from the rest of the world. And had some conversations with some very intelligent volunteers who had some time to devote. A gentleman by the name of Jim Elston, who had a 40-year career in communications. A gentleman by the name of Mike Chaplin, who is just a phenomenal gentleman and a Renaissance man in many regards, and they both knew electronics and radio. Our first goal that Ryan and I needed was we needed a communications tool, communications van, and they put together an awesome team of volunteers and built that white and blue van out there effectively for us, for the city, for free. North Whatcom Fire gave us an old ambulance for $1. We were able to find a few pockets of federal funding to buy radios, and everything else was heart and soul planning, installation, development of the programs to run it. It's all done by volunteer efforts from the city of Blaine and Whatcom County residents. And it's the only way it would have gotten built. It's probably an asset worth over $300,000 sitting there, and it was built for a tiny fraction of that. And that's the benefit of ACS. You can't, the force multiplier that these folks bring to the table, it's so much more than communications now. We do our communications, our crowd monitoring and traffic control and direction at events. 4th of July, we could not have put on 4th of July the last 2 years, the huge celebration that comes to Blaine, without ACS, because they field over 20 volunteers for a 12 or 16 hour day to do all of the things that we're required as public safety within our city government to do, but we don't have the staffing or the money to do it. So our own community comes in and steps up to the plate. We provide them with the training, we provide them with vests and the tools to keep them safe, and they provide the passion and the time and the devotion to get it done. And that's what ACS is all about. It is what the community wants it to be. And what drives it, what keeps it going is a little bit of support from whatever we, the city, can put into it, and the time of committed volunteers. And that's, if we have a large challenge, it's keeping enough people in the program who enjoy being in the program and want to work with it to have the folks that we need in the time of emergency. And what you see here today, neither Ryan or I had a thing to do with any of this. This is completely put together by the ACS folks themselves. I am more proud of ACS than any one of the other endeavors that Ryan and I have been engaged in the decades that we've been in. It's a phenomenal program. We'll do everything we can to keep supporting it and watch it grow. It's a living organism. I'm deeply indebted to Chris for, this guy gave up his sailing season last summer. He could have been out on his boat, but he's underneath and inside the back end of vehicles, learning how everything worked, and helping out. Dale Clay's here, who's a professional emergency manager from both Whatcom and Skagit counties and points down south. He has national level training. He's one of our volunteers. Guys like Dale, who whispers in my ear what it is I should be doing about all this. He knows I can't do it all myself. He knows he can't do it all himself. And so we have to rely on you folks. And I can't say enough. I'm deeply indebted and very, very proud and glad to be associated with the organization. And it's going to go nowhere but up from here. But anything we can do to spread the word, to us. And he told me to do all that in about 30 seconds. Sorry. That's why he doesn't let me talk very much. Thanks for coming today.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to give you a little presentation.